Hey guys, this is R.A. Sweeney here to talk to you a little bit more about the Hadvarim or Ten Commandments plaque. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the artwork that goes along with the actual commands. So the commands run right down the middle, and I've got pictures on both sides, and really kind of wanted to address that. So you'll notice there are 10 commandments on the plaque. We talked about that in an earlier video. There's 8 pictures on the plaque. The reason that I chose to not do 10 pictures is I didn't want the pictures very specifically tying to the individual commandments. I really wanted it to be more, um, maybe not abstract, but just more building a tone than elaborating on specific commandments. So I tried to just get images that I felt like would really convey God's purposes and his mission and the wisdom he's communicating in the commandments, all of those sorts of things. So I grabbed those sorts of ideas and I put them on there, but I did not want them to be able to be correlated with specific commandments. Um, so as you can see on the plaque here, we've got several different pictures that are from different points in the biblical story, and so we've got towards the top there we've got the lamb in the doorway. It's easier to see in some of the other ways this picture is portrayed, but there's blood smeared on the doorway there, symbolizing the Exodus. So it's that rescue from slavery sort of idea, but the idea of a substitutionary atonement really ties in with that next picture down from it where the ram's caught in the thicket. It's all this idea of God providing for his people and rescuing them and trying to find ways that humans can be redeemed from their slavery and their sin rather than be subject to it. And I'm just going to follow down to the next one there too, because that picture there, it went along with the story of Ruth in the shoot of Jesse, and it really was focusing on this idea of a loyal love. We usually translate it like steadfast love or loving kindness, but it's this idea of a love that transcends merit. Maybe it is merited, maybe it's unmerited, but merit has nothing to do with this type of love. It's a love that is offered just because the person who does the loving is a loving person or God or whatever the case may be. So it's like if you have someone that you really love and they love someone else, you're going to have love for that person, even if you don't like that person. You're going to treat them with love because the person you love loves them, sort of deal. So it's just that love, like I said, love that isn't contingent on merit. And so that kind of ties in with that idea of we don't deserve that sort of rescue that God has for us, the ways that he's trying to draw us away from our sin, but he loves us regardless. And so we are recipients of that loyal love. And the cool thing about loyal love is that anytime someone experiences loyal love and recognizes and receives that loyal love, they tend to then emulate it and give out that loyal love. Um, Looking at the other side, we've got that first picture there is focused on, it's people turning away from idols toward the Ark of the Covenant, and this choice between, are we going to be following other gods? Are we going to be following Yahweh? Are we going to be worshiping these idols, or are we going to be going to God and representing him as his idols? So it's kind of bringing some of that idea together. The next one down is a picture inspired by Psalm 23, which it's just this, peaceful meadow with, the sheep are there. It's a sunny day. There's music. It's just this place of peace and abundance and life and tranquility that we're being rescued into. Um, Following down another one, there's a picture of, it's supposed to be part of a kingdom and, kind of abstract in terms of what part of the kingdom, but you've got an idol there, you've got, crumbling of the foundations and things like that, and really focusing on how the ways that we don't necessarily treat other people the way we're supposed to brings about that just crumbling and decay and death and brokenness. Um, which brings us down to the bottom. So we've had several pictures, especially kind of up on the top. As I look at it, the top left hand side on, I guess it'd be the plaque's right hand side, but as I look at it on the left, on the top, are going to be more, God rescuing type pictures. At the bottom of that, though, we've got the serpent in the tree representing the the ensnaring of humanity. And then down in the bottom right, we've got a picture of the wilderness. So there's wind, the trees being shaken, hard hearts, rainfall, all those things. Um, so all that is coming together to just kind of juxtapose some ideas with each other as well. So are we going to be breaking the kingdom of God? Are we going to be building the kingdom of God? Are we going to be enslaved to the serpent? Are we going to be rescued by God's grace? Are we going to experience the tranquility? Are we going to experience the chaotic wilderness? All those things were meant to really tie into this picture. So that's the artwork that I put on there. I hope that kind of helps explain what's going on with it. And thank you for listening. Thanks, guys.